Hello everyone, my name is Imran and today I'll be demoing our senior project COE 485 at KFUPM. Now our project is about autism application using the NAO robot. So we'll go over how it works and then we'll show you a demo of it in action. Alright, so this is the main application in Choreograph. This is the block that controls the robot. All the logic for the application is inside this block. So let's open it and see what's inside. Alright, so the first thing that happens in the block is the initialization. We make sure the NAO is in the standing position, and then we go to the menu. In the menu, we have an option to go to 6 different games, and this menu is powered by voice commands. So the NAO asks the question about what game the user would like to play, and depending on the answer, it will go to one of the 6 games. So let's go to the first game. This is a game about eye colors, where the NAO will change the color of its eyes, and the children, the autistic children, they'll have to tell it what color it is, and depending on their answer, it'll tell them if they did it correctly or incorrectly. So this is the main game logic. Over here we have the main game loop, which is a for loop, and we can control the number of times it's executed. In this case it's 4. Inside the game logic, we make sure the NAO is standing. We generate a random number, which is used to pick a random color. And this application right now is in Arabic, because we're in the Middle East aiming for Arabic speaking children. Once the NAO picks a random color, he waits for the child to respond to the color. This is our custom if statement. Depending on the response of the child, if he picks the right answer, then it will play the sound for a correct answer, and if he picks the wrong answer, it will play the sound and animation for the wrong answer, and then it will end this block and we'll go to the beginning of the loop again, and it will repeat itself 4 times, and once that finishes, we'll exit this and go back to the main menu. Alright, let's look at another game. Here we have a game called Guess the Limb. Again, here's the main game logic with the main game loop. Inside the game logic, we have a lot of blocks here. We're doing some complicated stuff here. Basically, we generate a random number again, and depending on the number, the NAO asks the child to pick one of its limbs. So basically here we're saying pick my head, which it says in Arabic. And then we have each one of these blocks drives the sensor monitor here, and depending on the input of the child, whichever part of the body the child touches, it will go to the if statement. So if he touches the correct part, like the head in this case, then it will go here and it'll play the sound for the animation and the sound for the correct answer. And if he touches the wrong part, then it'll do it for the wrong answer, and he'll exit the block and it'll repeat this loop again. Alright, let's go to something else. Here's a game called Guess the Sport. We've preloaded some animations for sports in here, for different sports like football, tennis, boxing, horse riding, archery. For each one, he does an animation and asks the child what sport it is. And if the child answers correctly, then he plays the sound and animation for the correct answer, and the wrong one if he answers wrongly. So here we have football. We can go and look inside the animation. Here we have recorded a custom animation using a timeline editor. It's pretty long, as you can see. Once that finishes, it'll move on to the next sport, and it'll continue until it reaches the end and the last sport. Alright, the next application there are 2, they're pretty similar: find the card and learn the card. In this we have a set of cards which the autistic child can use to communicate with the robot. So the robot could, in find the card, the robot will ask the child to find a card, let's say of a car or a horse, right? And depending on let's go to the game. Depending on what card the child shows, the NAO will do image processing. He'll recognize the object. If it's the wrong object, then he'll play the sound for the wrong answer, and if it's the right object, he'll play the sound and animation for the right object. And we can do a lot of interesting things with this. One of the interesting applications is to use it for communication cards with the NAO. for the children, because autistic children have trouble communicating what they want to do. So if a child wants to eat or sleep, he can show the card for eating and sleeping, and the NAO robot will inform the instructor that the child wants to eat or sleep. It will use facial recognition to recognize the child, and depending on the card, it will tell him, like, child X wants to go to the bathroom or he wants to eat, and the instructor can then take care of that. Learn the card. Basically, the child, if he doesn't know what's on a card and he wants to ask the NAO what it is, he'll show it to the NAO, and the NAO, he'll put it in the NAO's hand, and the NAO will look at it and inform him what the card is about, and he'll ask for another card, and the child can keep asking different cards and keep learning about different things on his own. Alright, and with that, we have the end of our application. Thank you very much for listening, and let's go to the main demo now.
Let me explain how to play the game. Touch my left arm if you see my left eye is red. Touch my right arm if you see my right eye is red. Push my left bumper if you see my left foot light is on. Touch my right foot if you see my right fork light is on. Press the front touch button on my head to start. Press the middle one to stop. Let's play the game. If you need help, press the back touch button on my head. Correct. 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 Wrong. Wrong. Correct. Correct. I'm waiting. المس يدي اليمنى. ممتاز، أحسنت. المس قدمي اليسرى. خطأ. خطأ. ممتاز، أحسنت. المس رأسي. ممتاز، أحسنت. المس قدمي اليسرى. ممتاز، أحسنت. ما لون عيني؟
أحمر.
أحمر، ممتاز، أحسنت. ما لون عيني؟
أصفر.
أصفر، ممتاز، أحسنت. ما لون عيني؟
برتقالي.
برتقالي، ممتاز، أحسنت. ما لون عيني؟
أزرق.
أزرق، خطأ. ما لون عيني؟
أحمر.
أحمر، خطأ. Would you like to play a game?
Yes.
Yes. I'll mimic a sport and you have to guess. What is this game?
Football.
Football. Correct. I'll mimic a sport and you have to guess. sport is this?
Tennis.
Tennis. Correct. I'll mimic a sport and you have to guess. Which sport is this?
Boxing.
Boxing. Correct. I'll mimic a sport and you have to guess. Which sport is this?
Horse riding.
Horse riding. Correct. I'll mimic a sport and you have to guess. Which sport is this?
Archery.
Archery. Correct. Okay, that is enough for today. See you next time. Bye. Please select a game to play.
Find the card.
Find the card. Welcome to the Find the Card game. Let's play the game. If you need help, press the middle touch button on my head. Where is the airplane? Correct. Where is the card? Wrong. Where is the horse? What game would you like to play?
Learn the card.
Learn the card. Let's learn some cards. Let me explain how to play the game. I will open my hand for you to give me a card. Once you put the card, touch my hand so I can recognize it. To go back to the main menu, press the back button on my head. Give me a card and I will tell you what is on it.
So there's a touch sensor in the hand. When you put the card in, you can close it.
This is a horse. Give me a card and I will tell you what is on it.
Now we'll try the communication.
Can you hold this, please?
So we already uploaded Amran's face on the system, so the NAO knows Amran. So here is the eat card.
It's okay, don't worry.
Imran wants to eat.
So
Give me a card and I will tell you what is on it. What game would you like to play?
Okay, sure.
What game would you like to play?